You're a vet who can even cure cancer. But after you cured your blind girlfriend's AIDS, she betrayed you to marry into wealth. She bribed the 18 patients you once saved, dragged you to court, and claimed you practiced without a license. She demanded a sentence of over 50 years. Hearing this, you didn't rage, you laughed, because you gained a disease transfer system. No matter the incurable illness, a single touch from you could heal it. At the same time, you could also touch them to transfer the absorbed diseases to others. In just 1 month, you'd healed nearly 100 patients. You thought you'd become a revered healer, but you never imagined they'd trade their gratitude for profit. They took you to court. Since kindness gets no reward, it's time to pay back the pain in full. Standing in the courtroom, you looked at the first victim. Gritting your teeth, you asked, Du Donyang, are you sure I really harmed you? Back then, you pitted her for being old and frail, so you treated her for fry, and even gave her a few $100. Who knew it would lead to this? That's right. You tricked me into taking fake meds. Not only did they not work, you swindled me out of my 100k pension. You heartless, ungrateful beast. Du Donyang steeled herself, rushing at you like a shrew, and slapped you hard across the face. The slap was loud, you laughed in anger, and finally, you were fully awake. The next second, your eyes turned cold. Asterisk. Heart disease transferred. Karma-1 asterisk. Brain cancer transferred. Karma-1 asterisk. High blood pressure transferred. Karma-1. Current karma, 96 asterisk. These were the 3 diseases you took from her. Now, they were returned in full. Du Donyang didn't notice a thing, still trying to claw at you, thinking this would get her the biggest payout. Finally, the police pulled her away. The next 17 victims were even uglier. To get more money, they fabricated all sorts of crimes. Little did they know, while they slandered you, you'd already transferred their illnesses back. Terminal cases stayed terminal, others got worse. Then, the judge's cold voice rang out. Defendant, do you plead guilty? Just as you were about to speak, a clear, urgent voice cut through. Wait, you looked toward the sound. A tall, elegant figure hurried in. You instantly recognized her. Esaya, the last patient you'd saved 3 days ago. She had a rare heart defect, requiring expensive imported medicine to survive, until you touched her and cured it. Afterward, Esaya offered you $1 million, but you refused. Yet, to your surprise, she was actually here. Was she here to frame you too? While you were lost in thought, Esaya spoke before everyone. I apply to defend the accused. Silence. The whole room went quiet. Even you were stunned. Esaya handed the files to the judge. These transfer records prove my client only received $3,000 in profit and caused no harm to the victims. However, regarding the unlicensed practice, my client is willing to accept fraud charges and provide satisfactory compensation. The 18 victims panicked immediately. No. We must punish this fraudster, make him pay and lock him up. Otherwise, we will never forgive him. Hearing this, Esaya turned, her eyes cold. In court, every statement carries legal weight. These amounts you claimed can be traced. Are you sure these are all true? The 18 people instantly lost their nerve, because they were indeed all lies. Then, Esaya continued, regarding my client's mistake, we can offer each of you $5 million. The 18 were stunned, then coughed in excitement. Fine. As long as he pays for our losses, we'll forgive him. Just lie that. With 3 strikes of the gavel, the judge announced the final verdict. Defendant Song Bing is guilty of fraud, with multiple sentences combined. Total compensation, $5.69 million. Also, a lifetime ban on practicing medicine. In the Dragon Kingdom, the words fell. The courtroom and the live stream erupted. What? That's it? Just pay some money and no jail time? Trash. Get out of the Dragon Kingdom. Finally, you walked out amidst the insults. Then, to repay Esaya, you tore the settlement into 3 pieces for her, and told her, you can use these 3 slips for 3 favors. Esaya was confused, but out of politeness, she took the slips and left. But she didn't know that these 3 ragged, random slips of paper would soon be fought over by the nation's elite. Dr. Song, may I have a word? Suddenly, a white-bearded foreigner appeared behind you, followed by 2 bodyguards. You turned to look at him, without a hint of surprise. The foreigner was named Herbert. He once had terminal cancer. Western medicine had given up on him, so he came to the Dragon Kingdom to try his luck, and happened to run into you. After you cured him, Herbert offered you a 100 million salary to move abroad, but you refused, because back then, you still had a heart of gold. Now, you spoke directly. Give me 1 billion in cash. In 6 months, I'll go abroad as a student for a year. As for why 6 months later, naturally, before leaving, you had to settle your scores. Deal. Herbert didn't hesitate, nodding. Soon, looking at the 1 billion in your phone, you took a TAC 11 to the nearest Ford's dealership. You spent over 1.6 million RMB on a Panamera, enjoying the unprecedented experience. You laughed at yourself. Damn, I'm just used to being poor. With such a heaven-defying system, I only thought about being a saint. Suddenly, your eyes turned cold. Now, it's time to settle up with that bitch. Meanwhile, in a rented apartment. Schwer, are you sure these are the miracle herbs? A young man in a designer suit looked suspiciously at the herbs. With his medical knowledge, he could clearly see they were just supplements. Darling, for you, I even betrayed my own boyfriend. Don't you trust me? Wu Yashua pouted, pretending to be angry. Lu Xiangfeng felt a flash of disgust, but smiled and pulled her close. I'm just making sure we're safe. After all, these prescriptions concern our future. They won't be wrong. That idiot always acts all mysterious. After checking the patient's pulses, he'd make them drink a bowl of this soup. Even my eyes were cured this way. Clearly, these herbs are the key. Wu Yashua lay in Lu Xiangfeng's arms, not forgetting to mock the idiot for trying to lie. He claimed he got superpowers. It makes me laugh to death. Hearing this, Lu Xiangfeng lost his last doubt. He signaled his bodyguards to move the herbs. As for the superpowers she mentioned, he assumed it was just Song Bing lying to cover up the recipe. A very low-level lie. Darling, you promised me, as long as I did what you said, you'd marry me. I did it. You can't go back on your word. Wu Yashue hugged Lu Xiangfeng's waist, cooing, I only have you now. You can't let me down. Don't worry. From now on, you're the young mistress of Lu Pharma. Lu Xiangfeng smirked, his hands wandering over her body. Wu Yashue's face flushed, especially those alluring eyes. Lia Fox's. Just as they were about to take the next step, the phone rang. Lu Xiangfeng answered, annoyed. Jiang, each one's voice came through. Lu Xiangfeng's face sank. What? Wu Yashua looked up, confused. Song Bing wasn't sent to jail. Lu Xiangfeng looked grim. How is that possible? With his crimes, the death PE Nantiai would be too kind. As soon as she finished, the door was kicked open. A person who shouldn't be there appeared. It was Song Bing, who'd driven his Panamera over, facing the sudden arrival of Song Bing. The two of them were startled. Seeing this, your eyes grew even colder. You couldn't suppress your anger. You met Wu Yashua during freshman military training. Back then, you were just a poor kid from the village, sickly and insecure. Wu Yashua, with her beauty, was already a campus belle pursued by many. Surprisingly, she didn't mind your background, and even pursued you. You became a couple. Wu Yashua became your white moonlight. Because of this, you cherished the relationship deeply. For 3 years, you cared for her meticulously, buying breakfast, working part-time for gifts. And for those 3 years, Wu Yashua seemed good to you too, especially telling you to rest early every night so you wouldn't hurt your eyes. But now, you finally understood why she chose you as her boyfriend. Besides being a fry tool, it was for your clear eyes. Wu Yashua and Lu Xiangfeng recovered from their SOC. Lu Xiangfeng smirked with disdain. Dr. Song, we meet again. So what if you didn't go to jail? In his eyes, you were still bottom-tier trash. Your gaze landed on Lu Xiangfeng. This guy had approached you several times before, claiming to be from Lu Pharma, trying to acquire your prescriptions to benefit more people. The price went from a few thousand to 100K. As for Lu Pharma, you knew them well. The largest pharmaceutical group in the country, controlling almost the entire industry. They used the slogan happiness for all, opening clinics everywhere. However, regarding the acquisition, you had naturally refused. Not just because the money wasn't enough, but because you had no prescriptions. Now, seeing the scene before you, the two of them together, the missing herbs, you understood everything. The culprits behind your framing were the two dogs in front of you. The couple knew you'd figured it out. Lu Xiangfeng didn't hold back. Instead, he walked up to you, arm around her, and humiliated you. I gave you a chance, but you're useless. Want to fight Lu Pharma? You bottom-tier trash. I could crush you in a heartbeat. Lu Xiangfeng patted your face, relieving his irritation. Is that so? You smiled. Since he was asking for it, it wasn't your fault. Asterisk thing. Impotence transferred. Karma-1 asterisk thing. Rabies transferred. Karma-1 asterisk thing. AIDS transferred. Karma-1 asterisk system. Karma too low. Please stop asterisk. Hatred blinded you. Taking advantage of his hand being on your face, you transferred all the diseases you'd absorbed straight into him. Whatever pain he caused, he'd get back. You didn't stop until the system warned you. Your karma dropped from 66 to 44. But these 22 diseases would make this trash suffer a fate worse than death. With 22 terminal illnesses, it didn't matter if he was the heir to a group. Let's see if he survives. What goes around, comes around. You'll get your retribution. After transferring the diseases, you finally sneered. Ha ha ha. Are you trying to make me laugh? Hearing your words, Lu Xiangfeng burst into laughter, as if he'd heard the funniest joke in the world. He pointed at you, mocking you endlessly. You really are a pathetic, lowly worm. Only idiots lie you would fantasize about good deeds get rewarded. It's hilarious. Wu Yashua stopped pretending to marry into well. She looked at you with disgust and sneered. Song Bing, if it weren't for my eye disease, needing your cornea in 3 years, do you think I'd choose a poor, sickly guy like you? Truth is, for those 3 years, you were just a dog I could swap out anytime. But you should be grateful. You got lucky and found those recipes, curing my eyes and making me even more beautiful. Otherwise, your dog eyes would be gone by now. She revealed her malicious 3-year plan. Then, she looked at Lu Xiangfeng tenderly. Now, I belong only to young Master Lu. She even kissed him right in front of you. It was truly cruel. Of course, she didn't know. Lu Xiangfeng now had AIDS. Your fists clenched. 3 years of sincere devotion, only to be a simp for someone else. You wanted to tear this bitch apart on the spot. But compared to killing her easily, you wanted her to suffer a fate worse than death. To kneel and beg you, and then die in agony. That was her true destination. Wu Yashua, you will have a day where you kneel and beg me. Your eyes were cold, lie the Grim Reaper. Since the world is evil and heaven is blind, with no good deeds rewarded, and no karmic cycle, then you would willingly fall into being the god of disease, transferring the world's illnesses to those who deserve them, using disease to clear the trash of this world. Now, it was their turn. So, while they were kissing passionately, you walked past them, brushing against Wu Yashua. This time, you only returned the eye disease you'd absorbed. As for the rest, Lu Xiangfeng's infection was enough. After all, letting her die too fast wouldn't be fun. Aren't you leaving? Waiting for a show. Lu Xiangfeng and Wu Yashua looked at you mockingly, totally unaware they were already doomed. Sure, you smiled just as mockingly, sitting on the sofa and crossing your legs. Go ahead, I'll cheer you on. You wanted to see how he could even perform. They were stunned. Not expecting you to have such a calm attitude. Were you scared, stupid? Humph, what a loser. Lu Xiangfeng sneered. He wanted to provoke you, to beat you up. But you were too patient. Darling, don't mind this sicko. Let's go to your suite. It's much more comfortable than this dump. Wu Yashua glared at you with disgust, then turned to Lu Xiangfeng. They glanced at you one last time, and left, arm in arm. You watched them coldly. You've come all this way, just to infect them. You wanted them to beg for life, unable to die. Even a second later felt uncomfortable. After finishing the job, you left the apartment. It was a place you rented for her, filled with her things and her scent. You couldn't stay there. Now, even touching her things made you feel nothing but disgust. Maybe this is what they call deep love turns to deep hate. Walking downstairs, into a dark alley, you felt a bit dizzy after a few steps. Your face turned pale and weak. Helpless, you leaned against the wall. System, what's happening to me? You remembered the system saying, you were the world's only pathogen body, the nemesis of all viruses. So, the moment you got the system, you were destined to never get sick again, and could even grow stronger by absorbing viruses. So what was this? The host is a pathogen body. You can strengthen your body by absorbing diseases. Likewise, you will weaken by transferring them. If karma drops below 0, the host may die. This system is dedicated to doing good deeds. Please behave yourself. The system's explanation rang out. You gasped and suddenly understood. No wonder in those days of healing, the more viruses you absorbed, the more energetic you felt. So that was it. Karma loss was serious. Looks like you needed to open the vet clinic to earn some karma. A woo, a woo. A weak whimper came from a gutter nearby. Shining your phone light, you saw a dirty, half-grown stray dog lying in the gutter, dying. Its limbs were tied with wire, and its mouth was taped shut with a plastic bucket. It was clearly man-made. It was hard to believe someone could be this cruel. Sighing, you squatted down, picking the puppy up from the gutter. The moment you touched it, the familiar system sound rang out. Asterisk ding. Pathogen detected. Asterisk. Diseases, AIDS conditions, IVs, respiratory infection, ear infection. Information flashed before your eyes. Of course, only you could see it. Untying the wire and bucket, you skillfully placed your hand on the puppy, silently starting to absorb the diseases. Asterisk ding. Sin disease absorbed. Karma plus 1 asterisk. Asterisk ding. I disease absorbed. Karma plus 1 asterisk. Asterisk ding. Respiratory infection absorbed. Karma plus 1 asterisk. Soon, the 8 diseases were absorbed and cured. Your karma went from 43 to 51. You felt refreshed and energetic again. At the same time, the dying puppy slowly crawled up, recovering some vitality. With some care, it would fully recover. Seeming to know you saved it. The dog didn't leave, but wagged its tail, licking your shoe, expressing the only gratitude it could. Seeing this, you were stunned, then smiled. Even a beast knows how to be grateful. But those people, arriving at the roadside, you started the car, ready to leave. In the darkness, the little figure watched you. If you want to come with me, get in. Seeing this, you smiled, opened the passenger door. The puppy was smart, jumping into the car. You stepped on the gas, heading toward a 5-star hotel. Just as you arrived, a valet came up to help park. A waitress came to greet you, but seeing the shabby man and dog, the smiling waitress froze. Even the elite nearby cast surprised looks. Driving a luxury car but dressed so shabbily, the contrast was too much. Facing the luxurious environment, the puppy shrank under your feet. It seemed used to the dark, dirty environment. Even you felt a brief discomfort, but quickly composed yourself. Sir, I'm sorry. Pets aren't allowed in the hotel. The waitress recovered, giving a professional, fake smile, but her eyes showed clear disgust. She'd already labeled you a nouveau riche. You didn't say much, just calmly took out that World Bank card. The whole lobby went quiet. The waitress gasped loudly. A billionaire. A real billionaire. How many people in the world could hold that card? The moment you took it out, it said everything. Clean it up for me, and give me the best room. You looked at the waitress, asking calmly, any problems? No, no problems. The waitress shook her head, still in SOC. You walked into the Grand Hotel, under the surprised gazes of everyone. See that? Rules are only meant to bind the poor. Money powers all 99% of the world's problems. The remaining 1% is just not enough money and power. You were arranged into a room with respect. See that? Rules are only meant to bind the poor. Money and power solve 99% of the world's problems. The remaining 1% is just not enough money and power. Songbing was respectfully arranged. He moved into a super luxurious presidential suite. If not for the system, this would be a luxury he could never afford. Let's just say she's a bit luckier than most. After a shower, there was a knock at the door. Songbing opened it, wrapped in a silk towel. A stunning, sexy hotel staffer stood there, holding that black stray dog on a leash. Respected Mr. Song, your puppy is all cleaned up. Thank you. Songbing took the leash. The little black dog looked like it had been through hell. Rushing towards Songbing. Your total bill for tonight is 9,800 yuan. Here is your card. Please keep it safe. The sexy staffer returned the World Bank card respectfully. She added, your Michelin meal is ready as requested. Would you like to have it now? Yeah, bring it in. Soon, a line of servers wheeled in various high-end dishes. Mr. Song, my name is Xiao Yi. I'm here to serve you exclusively tonight. If you need anything at all, just say the word. I will do my absolute best to assist you. I guarantee your satisfaction. The sexy staffer hinted with a wink, smiling in an incredibly seductive way. When he swiped the card, he already knew. The balance on that card wasn't 100 million, but 10 billion. Alright, that's fine. Songbing smiled and closed the door. He and the little dog enjoyed the lavish feast. It was the most expensive meal Songbing ever had, and the best one the little dog ever tasted. I'll call you Wonkai from now on. Songbing gave the dog a chicken leg, picking a name that rolled off the tongue. Wang, Wonkai not on the leg, accepting the name. At the same time, coincidentally, in another suite at the hotel, Wu Yashua and Lu Xiangfeng were playing cards, but Wu Yashua, lying on the bed, waited in vain. Lu Xiangfeng just wouldn't play his hand. Besides covering her in spit, he couldn't do anything at all. Damn, what's going on? Why isn't it listening to me today? Lu Xiangfeng felt frustrated, stopping his useless efforts. Let me give him some encouragement. Wu Yashua smiled seductively, leaning over to take action. Yet, after much effort, nothing happened. Forget it. I'm losing face here. Lu Xiangfeng turned off the lights, feeling inexplicably irritable and wanting to bite someone. Thirsty and unsatisfied, Wu Yashua had to give up. For some reason, her eyes felt itchy and painful. The next day, Songbing slept until noon. The soft, high-end waterbed was incredibly comfortable. After washing up and enjoying another luxury meal, Songbing checked out and took Wonkai toward his former medical clinic. The sexy staffer looked disappointed, but she had no choice. The street was a bustling, famous food district. Whether day or night, the foot traffic was always heavy, but at the corner, his medical clinic was drawing a crowd of onlookers because the clinic was currently being sealed off. Several officials in uniform were inspecting it, among them, Jiang Yichuan. Seeing the large crowd, Jiang Yichuan took the chance to lecture them. Everyone, pay attention. This clinic has no medical license. They practice recklessly and scam our people. It is now being forcibly shut down. The fraudster has also been sentenced by law. I hope you all take this as a warning. If you're sick, go to a proper, large hospital. Don't be greedy for cheap prices, or you'll get scammed by these quacks. Songbing parked his car, walking down the street with Wonkai, just in time to see the scene. But there wasn't a hint of anger on his face. He blended into the crowd, watching, until the sign reading Aishua Clinic was torn down and smashed to pieces. Songbing just smiled, ignoring the crowd's applause. He turned to look at the shop across the street. His gaze locked onto a Lansao noodle shop. It was the perfect spot, right across from the old clinic. Otherwise, he was afraid those people wouldn't find him. Handsome, what kind of noodles would you like? The landlady asked enthusiastically. I want to buy your shop, Songbing said, getting straight to the point, shocking the landlady. She fell silent. If you're serious, 2 million. Song Bing transferred the money immediately. Are you for real? Seeing he didn't look like a fool, the landlady asked, suspicious. What's going on? The landlord rushed over, still wearing his apron. 10 minutes later, on the second floor, debt. We'll move out right away. May your shop have great business, young man. The couple, having actually received the money, signed the transfer agreement with Song Bing. They started packing immediately. So everyone, we are closed for business. Another 10 minutes passed. The once lively noodle shop went quiet. The couple even generously gave their pots and pans to the customers who hadn't finished eating. Outside, customers held their bowls of noodles, staring blankly at the scene. The fleeing couple was equally bewildered. Then, a renovation crew arrived, starting to remodel the shop. Across the street, the demolition crew was still tearing down the clinic. The two scenes happening simultaneously were quite a sight. It was a strange spectacle, drawing even more onlookers to film it. Song Bing came downstairs to supervise. The renovation crew was naturally prearranged. They worked until the afternoon. The high-priced crew was incredibly efficient. The former noodle shop was now designed as a vet clinic, all finished according to Song Bing's preferences. At the same time, the Aishui clinic across the street was fully sealed. Jiang Yichuan spotted Song Bing and couldn't resist mocking him. See? That's more like it. People should stick to what they're good at. If you studied veterinary medicine, be a vet. Don't go messing around with crooked paths. Lawyer Jiang. You seem to have a bit of a stutter. Hey, if you represent people in court later, be careful. With that stutter, no one will dare hire you. Song Bing mocked him, mimicking his stutter. Jiang Yichuan's sneer froze. He didn't know why, but he'd been stuttering lately. His body also felt inexplicably painful. He planned to get a checkup at the hospital after this. Of course, he'd be even more surprised after the checkup. Watch yourself. If I catch you practicing medicine and hurting people again, I'll make sure you spend the rest of your life in prison. Jiang Yichuan threatened. Worry about surviving yourself first. Song Bing sneered. In his eyes, Jiang Yichuan, suffering from a stutter, ALS, and bone cancer, was already a dead man. Wang Kai also barked at Jiang Yichuan, having sensed the aura of death on him. Low-life trash. Jiang Yichuan sneered and left. As a top lawyer from a prestigious university, he just thought it was Song Bing's pathetic rage. Song Bing looked away, not bothering to argue with a dying man. Just then, the renovation manajia walked over. Mr. Song, per your requirements, everything is finished. Please track if there's anything you're unhappy with. Song Bing looked around. Besides the exterior, all the veterinary equipment and supplies he ordered were set, as well as the expensive vases and decor he'd bought. Satisfied, he paid the final balance. Looking up, the old noodle shop was now the Song Bing Vet Clinic. It was completely transformed. From now on, Song Bing would only be a vet for beasts. The sun began to set. The food street became lively again. Song Bing decided to treat Wang Kai to some barbecue. To his surprise, Wang Kai wasn't a picky eater at all. It even drank beer. Back at the clinic, Song Bing prepared to close up. His goal for this clinic wasn't to make money, and he wasn't short on cash anyway. Unexpectedly, before he could close the door, a sexy woman in sandals, shorts, and a camisole, holding a dying Shiba Inu, rushed toward the clinic. Doctor, wait, please say mighty bye. Song Bing hesitated, but opened the door to let her in. In business, the customer is king. He had no reason to turn her away. The sexy woman placed the Shiba Inu on the table, her hands covered in blood, crying, "My Bibi was hit by a car. Please, you have to save her. I'll pay anything." Song Bing frowned, but put on his white coat, gloves, and mask, skillfully examining the dog with his vet knowledge. Even though he knew at a touch it was a stomach injury, with fractured ribs and an infection. The treatment fee is 5,000 yuan. Song Bing said calmly to the woman, no longer like his old clinic, where he only thought about doing good deeds, and charging less than 100. He wouldn't be cheap anymore. Besides, 5,000 was a fair price. For an injury like this at a big vet clinic, it would definitely cost tens of thousands, and the result would likely be a we couldn't save her. As long as you can save her, I'll pay anything. The sexy woman didn't hesitate at all, not caring about the 5,000 yuan, seemingly caring more about the Shiba Inu. With her confirmation, Song Bing took the dog into the surgery room, placing his hand on its chest. Ding. Successfully absorbed bone disease. Merit +1. Ding. Successfully absorbed blood disease. Merit +1. Ding. Successfully absorbed skin disease. Merit +1. A miracle happened on the surgery table. The Shiba Inu stopped bleeding. As Song Bing helped reset the bones, blood circulation returned, and it was out of danger. Song Bing then bandaged it up. For an injury like this, with his current system level, he couldn't heal it instantly. But even so, it was far beyond modern medical technology. 10 minutes later, Song Bing carried the Shiba Inu out, its eyes slightly open. Bye. Seeing this, the sexy woman was shocked and overjoyed, hugging it. The Shiba Inu wagged its tail weakly. Thank you, doctor. The woman thanked him profusely. 5,000, you're welcome. Song Bing pulled out his payment code. He'd heard enough thanks. The woman didn't say much else, paying the money generously. Before leaving, she gave him a seductive smile. Doctor, your skills are truly amazing. Come back anytime. Song Bing, having received the money, waved her off. The woman stumbled slightly on her long legs. Another beautiful day. Song Bing woke up early as usual to open the shop, but this time, it was the vet clinic. After breakfast with Wang Kai, he put on his white coat and waited for customers. He was excited to see what he'd get after the first round of merit. However, to his disappointment, the morning passed with no customers. Clearly, the Shiba Inu last night was just a fluke. In this prosperous age with a pharmacy every 5 steps, his new clinic lacked competitiveness. But in fact, Song Bing was more looking forward to the arrival of Lu Xiangfeng and Wu Yaxue. But those were mostly chronic illnesses, requiring an incubation period. He decided to use the fry time to buy a villa. Song Bing closed the shop, left his phone number on the door, and drove Wang Kai toward the second ring road. Last night, he'd pre-ordered a villa worth over 100 million. Although the clinic had a room to sleep in, it was sweltering summer, and a villa would be much more comfortable. Who would turn down a villa? Second ring road, Andu City, the largest sales center of the Xiqing real estate group, was packed with people. As the largest real estate tycoon in the country, their properties were everywhere. Jin, mom is here. In the hot plaza, a woman in her 40s or 50s, wearing heavy makeup, waved at Wu Yaxue, who was wearing sunglasses in the distance. But seeing Wu Yaxue was alone, Wu Yanxun's smile vanished. Daughter, where's your husband? He had something to do at the hospital. Wu Yaxue said, looking disappointed. Oh, what's wrong with him? Wu Yanxun asked anxiously. Wu Yaxue's face changed, stuttering. Nothing, he's just a bit weak. She couldn't tell her mother the truth. Lu Xiangfeng was impotent and occasionally barked like a dog. What about the house then? We already agreed on it. Look, I'm all prepared. Don't go back on your word. Wu Yanqun panicked. Lie an ant on a hot pan. He told us to look at the houses first. We'll pay in installments, and he'll cover the cost, Wu Yashue said. Hearing that, Wu Yanqun let out a sigh of relief. That's good, then. Let's go in quickly. She grabbed Wu Yashue, walking toward the sales hall. On the way, Wu Yanqun was beaming, praising Lu Xiangfeng. Oh, this son-in-law is just great. He has money and a good family background. He's buying us a big house the moment we meet. As she praised him, she thought of something, her heavily powdered face turning angry. Unlike that sicko you dated before. A poor guy from the countryside. He only bought 1,000 yuan gifts that were fit for dogs. How could someone lie that be worthy of you? It's good you broke up early. Don't let that short-lived ghost pester you. After cursing Songbing, Wu Yanqun said earnestly, daughter, you must cherish a good man like Xiangfeng. You won't find another one like him. Wu Yashue was distracted, but replied, I know. Lu Xiangfeng was her ticket to the upper class. She would naturally cherish him. That's my good daughter. Wu Yanqun smiled. Let's go. Let's look at houses. Since it's a gift from a good son-in-law, we have to pick a big, expensive villa. If we buy something cheap, it would be an insult to him. Songbing, who rarely came to the second ring, went shopping with Wang Kai, buying daily necessities, then slowly navigated to the pre-arranged sales center. After parking, Songbing entered the sales hall. He called the sales agent who was supposed to meet him. Respected Mr. Song, I'm so sorry. The agent who was supposed to see you is busy, so I'll be assisting you. Is that okay? A pleasant, soft voice came from the phone and behind him. No problem. Regarding that, Songbing didn't care. It didn't matter. Anyone could help him. The hall was unusually crowded. Every sales agent was busy. No one noticed the shabbily dressed Songbing. Mr. Song, where are you? I'll come find you, divine doctor. The same pleasant voice came from the phone and behind him. Songbing turned around. It was Saya, wearing a professional outfit and black-rimmed glasses. Her natural, elegant, and noble aura gave her a mature, sophisticated charm. Saya's mouth opened slightly, equally surprised to see Songbing here. Wait, she noticed the phone in Songbing's hand, asking tentatively, Divine Dr. Song, are you the one buying a house? Songbing shook his head. I'm buying a villa. I booked it last night. Saya hadn't expected the mysterious tycoon buying a villa to be Songbing. This was a huge deal, but where did Songbing get so much money? I'll take you to see it. Saya reacted quickly, forcing a pleasant smile. Sorry for the trouble. Songbing nodded politely. They went to the villa display area, where they heard a commotion. Are you being reasonable? Who asked for 100 million yuan down payment? Sorry, madam. This is the city's best Tianfu lakeside villa. It's rare and highly sought after. Per company policy, the down payment is 100 million. What kind of bullshit policy is that? You're clearly bullying us. Get your ma Najio. I want to complain. Wu Yanqun's voice was loud, like a shrew. She had been looking around and set her sights on a 280 million yuan villa. She intended to settle for it, but was told the down payment was 100 million. Where were they supposed to get that kind of money? So they started a scene. Seeing Wu Yashue and her mother, Songbing was surprised. He'd been tossing and turning at night, wondering if he hadn't given her enough, thinking about whether to send her more. But seeing the sunglasses she was wearing, he felt relieved. Mr. Song, please wait a moment. I'll handle this. Seeing the disturbance, Saya, as Ma Najio, couldn't just stand by. Debt. The Xicheng real estate group was Saya's business. Songbing watched from afar. The usually gentle Saya now had the aura of a cold 11-IO. But facing the unreasonable Wu Yanqun, it clearly wasn't enough. Songbing knew that all too well. Luckily, Saya focused on Wu Yashue, successfully persuading the bizarre mother and daughter to buy a different villa worth 120 million. The two were a bit annoyed, but generally happy. Just as they were about to inspect the house and sign, they spotted Songbing. Both were shocked. But Wu Yanqun quickly turned fierce. Why are you following us? I'm warning you, my daughter has a boyfriend. If you dare pester her and make him misunderstand, I'll tear your face off. Wu Yanqun lashed out. Songbing frowned. Wu Yashue also stepped forward, saying coldly, Songbing, don't you know this only makes me hate you more? Do you think this is meaningful? Do you lie me that much? Do you think you're worthy of me? Didn't the lesson that night make you realize who you are? Clearly, she also thought Songbing was following them. Did you hear that? You sicko, go look in a mirror. How are you worthy of my daughter? Wu Yanqun grew more arrogant, getting closer. Songbing frowned, suddenly considering a serious problem. If Wu Yashue died in the future, what would happen to Wu Yanqun? She'd be a lonely old woman, with no one to take care of her. Songbing could not allow such a tragedy. So, ding. Successfully said malignant oral cancer. Merit +1. Songbing brushed past Wu Yanqun, willing to lose a bit of merit to ensure the mother and daughter would be reunited. No choice. He was a vet, specializing in treating beasts, keeping the family together. Unaware, Wu Yanqun saw Songbing walk by, thinking he was running away, and kept cursing. She was used to Songbing's submissive, good temper. Saya saw the bizarre mother and daughter causing a scene again, and now they were insulting her savior. Her eyebrows furrowed, and she stopped being polite. Mr. Song is my client. Please keep your mouths clean. If you two continue to be so foul-mouthed and uneducated, I will escort you out. Saya looked at them coldly, her voice icy and elegant, revealing an unquestionable dominance. The two were instantly intimidated. Wu Yashue was completely crushed by Saya's aura and beauty. Not daring to speak, Wu Yanqun found a way to lash out, sneering. He's a short-lived ghost, and he wants to buy a house. A poor, sick guy from the countryside. What will he buy? A coffin, maybe. Saya was angered by the venomous woman. Miss Saya, why argue with a dog? Let's go look at the house. Songbing stopped Saya, smiling at the mother and daughter. A coffin is indeed very suitable for you. For two dying clowns. He couldn't muster the desire to argue. It's lie if a dog bites you. You wouldn't bite it back, would you? That's too dirty. Seeing this, Saya didn't say anything more, and took Songbing to see the Tianfu lakeside villa. Short-lived ghost, how dare you curse me? Wu Yanqun is pushing her luck, but seeing the security guards closing in, she has no choice but to back off. The mother and daughter drive to the villa area. Tianfu Lake View, one of the most beautiful estates. The scenery here is picturesque. Only the super rich can afford to lie here. Songbing has booked a prime Lakeview villa, 5 floors in total, 3 above and 2 below. Outdoor pool, gym, private cinema, all included. After a quick tour, Songbing feels like he's in a palace. That sense of luxury and grandeur is something you can't feel through a 6D. Alright, let's sign the contract. After a brief look, Songbing decides firmly. Mr. Song, this villa costs 320 million. Plus all the equipment and furnishings. It comes to 380 million in total. It's not exactly a great value. Maybe you should consider something else? Asaya tries to gently steer him away. She's afraid he's just trying to save face. She only brought him to see the house, not because she expected him to buy it, but to help him save face before those two. Having worked in the industry for years, she clearly sees the tension between them. That's why she's giving him an out. If Songbing agrees, even if he can't pay, she could gift a smaller home to her savior. As the daughter of the owner, she can't decide on this expensive villa, but she has the power to gift a cheaper one. No need to think. I'll take it. Songbing can't help but smile. He clearly sees through Saya's intentions. Mr. Song, seeing him so stubborn, Saya is frustrated but follows along. But she still follows him. Just as they leave, coincidentally, Songbing runs into the Wu mother and daughter. They bought a villa outside the main area, much cheaper due to the location. Seeing Songbing walk out of the main estate, the smiling mother and daughter stop smiling. Isn't that the place they couldn't afford? Is this ghost really going to buy a house? Wu Yanxun asks with concern. How can someone who just lost a lawsuit afford it? Wu Yashua says with disdain. Lost a lawsuit? What lawsuit? Wu Yanxun is suddenly interested. Wu Yashua spills the beans about Songbing. Of course, she tells it from her biased view. Back at the sales office, the mother and daughter have arrived first. They've put down their savings and signed. But seeing Songbing arrive, they don't plan on leaving just yet. They watch with a sneer, showing off their new contract. They want to see how he'll pay for it. Mr. Song, buying a home is a life decision. Maybe think it over for a few days? Saya tries to save the situation. I'll be very busy from now on. Busy treating animals. No time. Let's do it now. Songbing laughs. He adds, pay the full 380 million right now, and get all the decor and equipment ready. Saya has no choice but to prepare the papers. The mother and daughter are full of mockery. Wu Yanxun mutters sarcastically. A convict paying 380 million? You can't even buy a coffin for that much. But when Asaya brings the contract, Songbing signs without hesitation. He hands over a golden bank card. The mother and daughter freeze. Even Asaya is stunned. She imagined many ways he'd back out, but never this. He hands over a world-class bank card. With a nervous heart, Asaya takes it. She swipes it through the machine. When the payment success sound rings out, the room goes silent. The mother and daughter's hope is shattered. Mr. Song, congratulations on becoming the owner. Saya reacts quickly, smiling as she hands the card back. Her soft voice breaks the silence, meant for the mother and daughter to hear. Thank you. I have things to do. Goodbye. Songbing says, tucking the card into his pocket, and leaves with his property deed. He brushes past the shocked pair. Songbing shows no extra joy, nor does he mock them. He never cared about these clowns. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Watching his cold, departing profile, Wu Yashua's heart aches for some reason. She realizes she's lost something forever. She recalls how he used to cater to her every whim. Now, he's like a stranger. She grits her teeth and chases after him. Daughter, wait for me. Wu Yanxun follows in a panic. Her own contract doesn't feel special anymore. She wanted to see him make a fool of himself, but she became the joke instead. I'm dying of laughter. A woman paying in installments. Mocking a billionaire? Who gave her the courage? The crowd can't help but laugh. Wu Yanxun's face turns bright red, thinking of Songbing's calm demeanor. She feels like a clown. Like a small dog barking at a lion. Thinking of this, she runs even faster. She wants to find a hole to hide in. Songbing, stop right there. Wu Yashua chases him out. She blocks his car with a command. Songbing looks at her with surprise. Who gave this woman the nerve? Seeing him stay silent, she thinks he still can't forget her. In fact, he really can't forget her. Wu Yashua takes off her glasses. Her red eyes fill with tears. She asks with a wrong tone, where did you get this money? What other tricks are you hiding? This tactic always worked on him. Whenever she cried, Songbing would do anything for her. She's so confident. She's forgotten how ugly her true self is. I'm curious, who gave you the face to ask me such a question? Songbing finally laughs coldly. He never realized how disgusting she was. You, Wu Yashua is speechless. She remembers mocking him earlier. She was just used to his gentleness. Is your eye condition acting up again? Songbing asks with a smile. How do you know? Wu Yashua trembles. Don't worry, it'll get worse until you go blind. Looking at her red, infected eyes, Songbing says in a gentle tone. Wu Yashua feels a chill to the bone. By the time she reacts, Songbing has driven away in his Porsche. Karma is real, no one escapes it. Just wait, the show has only begun. Seeing him drive a luxury car, Wu Yashua's heart aches even more. Tears she trimmed down her face. She yells at the car, Songbing, I hate you. I will never forgive you. She hasn't adapted to his change yet. Wu Yanxun runs out, panting. She sees him driving away in style. This is worse than killing her. It's another blow to her ego. The sick man she looked down on is suddenly so rich. Daughter, don't be foolish. This ghost is just a nouveau riche. He's trying to get revenge on me. His money is probably dirty. Even if he dresses well, he's still low class. He can't compare to your fiancé. Seeing her cry, Wu Yanxun tries to comfort her. She's trying to comfort herself too. He's not even fit to tie your fiancé's shoes. Wu Yashua seems like a different person now. A cold smile appears on her lips. She wipes her tears and puts her shades back on. Daughter, Wu Yanxun is shocked. I was just testing him. It seems he still has feelings for me. Wu Yashua smiles confidently. If he didn't lie me, why would he stop to talk? Why would he care about my eyes? These are clearly hints. Hints that he still loves me deeply. He can't help himself. Songbing, I want to hit you. Daughter, don't do anything to hurt your fiancé. We still need him to pay our mortgage. Wu Yanxun says anxiously. I'm just giving this dog a little hope, letting him see a chance. Did you see his bank card? And the villa and the car? Wu Yashua narrows her eyes. Wu Yanqun pauses, her eyes turning greedy.
If we can trick him out of that card, and get that villa, and the car, then dump him.
That would be great. Go for it, daughter. Mom supports you. But don't let this ghost take advantage of you. Don't even let him kiss you. Dump him as soon as you get what you want. He doesn't deserve these luxury things. Wu Yanqun's eyes glow. Don't worry, I know him. Since he still has feelings for me,
He'll be worried about my eyes soon.
He'll come crawling back to me. Wu Yashua smiles confidently. She's already imagining him begging to heal her. Evening falls. Songbing wanted to take Wang Kai for a meal, then go back to the shop.
But he gets a call from a customer.
Songbing's eyes light up. He drives to the clinic immediately. Making money isn't the point.
Doing good deeds is what matters. When he arrives, he's surprised to see the same girl.
And even more coincidentally, her pet got hit by a car again, in the exact same spot. Songbing is speechless. This girl is really kind, coming here to help me earn merit. After some work, he heals the pet. He gains 3 points of merit.
The dog jumps back into her arms.
He wanted to charge 2,000,
but she insists,
giving him 5,000 instead. She introduces herself and adds him on WeChat. Dr. Song, sorry to bother you so late. Wang Xiaoxiao says, her smile full of charm and sexiness. It's natural, no bother at all. Please introduce more customers to me. Songbing says enthusiastically. Practice makes perfect. That's the reason.
After seeing her off,
Songbing is in a great mood. Time to go get some skewers with Wang Kai.
The next day, Songbing is up early.
He puts on his white coat, but he waits until noon, and still no customers. He starts looking forward to Wang Xiaoxiao's pet again. Wait. Suddenly, an idea strikes. He looks down at Wang Kai. Wang Kai shivers, licking Songbing's feet to please him, but it can't stop the fire in Songbing's eyes. If there's no merit, I can earn it. If there are no customers, I can go get them.
Wang Kai, let's go.
Songbing doesn't even take off his coat.
He drives the Porsche.
Starting his journey to find customers, Songbing heads straight for the suburbs. Soon, in the dark alleys, he finds many stray cats and dogs.
This is what he meant. But as soon as he approaches, they run away as if by instinct.
They don't give him a chance to get close.
Songbing has to rely on Wang Kai.
Wang Kai, it's up to you. Do a good job. I'll give you an extra chicken leg tonight. Wang Kai, having been treated by him, is enlightened. He's become much sharper. Woof. He rushes out like a hound. Songbing follows. By the end of the day, he successfully rescues a stray dog and cat. They were abused by humans, unable to move, waiting to die. Some, like Wang Kai before, were bound by tools, mouths and limbs tied. Even worse, some had limbs cut off, eyes gouged out, or heads smashed. They've seen the dark side of humanity. Luckily, Songbing found them. After healing them,
he brings them back to the clinic.
A good clinic needs pets to make it look professional. It makes it look authentic. Just like some new shops that pay actors to line up to increase popularity. Same logic. This is what Songbing overlooked. Over the next few days, Songbing uses this method, taking Wang Kai out to find customers. The number of rescued pets grows.
The quiet clinic becomes lively.
It attracts many people to come and pet the animals. This brings in more popularity. So, before long, customers start bringing their own pets for treatment. Business starts to pick up.
His merit points reach 88. But with success, trouble follows.
With so many pets, he has to bathe and feed them every day,
and clean up after them.
Songbing can't keep up. He hasn't even had time to visit his new villa.
So, he puts up a hiring sign.
He just needs someone to help out. Another busy day. Songbing finishes cleaning up and starts bathing the pets. Wang Kai supervises.
He now has 11 stray pets,
plus the ones left by customers.
The clinic is very lively.
Although it's tiring, looking at these cute little guys, Songbing starts to enjoy being a vet. Hello. As he's working hard, a soft, sweet girl's voice comes from behind. The voice is a bit cutesy,
making him shiver.
Songbing turns around.
He sees a girl in a loose hoodie.
She appeared out of nowhere. Her hands are in her pockets, her hat covering her face.
The hoodie covers her shorts,
revealing long, white, Mongolai legs. It's quite a sight. Songbing takes a few extra looks. He confirms she doesn't have a pet. Are you Song? He puts down the one-eyed cat, asking curiously.
The girl looks at the pets bathing,
and takes off her hat. 2 long ponytails fall down like a waterfall, revealing a delicate, cute face. My name is AI Xiaoxiao. I'm here for the job. She happily takes out the hiring flyer.
Songbing's eyes light up.
He looks at the cute girl again. Wait, what's her name?
Miss AI, how old are you?
Songbing asks seriously. This is important.
Hiring a minor is illegal.
Probably a D cup? AI Xiaoxiao looks down, unable to see her toes, and says uncertainly. Songbing is startled. He can't help but sneak a peek. Is it that big? Wait, no, I'm asking about your age. Songbing realizes his mistake. Oh, I just turned 18 yesterday. Look. She says, and instead of getting her ID, she starts taking off her clothes. She's taking off her clothes. Hey, what are you doing? Songbing's expression changes. Let's talk. You're still young. Don't go down a criminal path.
But she has already taken off the hoodie,
revealing a tight, see-you camisole and shorts. Under her petite frame,
her curves are perfectly displayed.
She's definitely an adult.
How is it?
Her eyes are sorry and cute. Songbing is embarrassed. He didn't expect her to be so open.
But let's be clear.
He didn't tell her to take it off. Hi, Miss AI. Just call me Xiaoxiao.
Xiaoxiao, this job looks easy.
But it's actually not. I'm afraid you can't handle it. And I'm looking for a full-time worker, not a part-time student. Songbing looks at the delicate girl.
Despite her stunning figure,
he doesn't intend to hire her. He needs someone to help with pets,
not a model.
He needs someone strong, or a middle-aged woman who isn't afraid of dirt. No, I can do it. I can handle any hardship.
I've already finished school.
I'm here in the city to find work. I really love animals. Please give me a chance. AI Xiaoxiao looks at him pitifully.
Her innocent eyes
make it hard to refuse. Songbing is surprised she stopped school so early,
but says seriously,
are you sure? It's very busy here. You might need to be on call every day.
No problem.
AI Xiaoxiu has to test Song Bing. Alright, 3 days of probation. If you can't take it, you can leave anytime. Base salary is 10,000 a month. Meals included, no housing, bonuses extra. Seeing her persist, Song Bing decides to give her a try. If it doesn't work out, he'll replace her. Can you include housing? I can take less pay. AI Xiaoxiu blinks innocently. Song Bing thinks about her being a girl alone in the city.
Rent is expensive here.
Song Bing points to the stairs. There's one room up there. You can stay for free. Salary stays the same. But you need to watch the pets at night. Thank you, bot. You're so kind. AI Xiaoxiu smiles charmingly, bowing deeply to him. Her cleavage is deep. Then she turns and runs out. When she returns, she's carrying 2 heavy black bags.
They look heavy.
He doesn't know what's inside, but she carries them easily. She takes them upstairs in one go. It seems she just arrived in the city
And ran into him.
Bot, go rest. Let me handle it. AI Xiaoxiu starts working immediately.
Bathing the pets.
Her technique is clumsy.
A bit rough.
Definitely her first time. Woof. Wang Kai, the supervisor,
Barks at the stranger.
She pulls him into the water immediately. You want a bath too? Come on. Woof. Woof. She works happily.
Clearly loving the job.
Song Bing finally gets a break, sitting down to rest.
Because of her.
The evening work is done quickly. Not bad. That's it for today. Go get something to eat. Song Bing nods in satisfaction. He has a bit more respect for this diligent girl.
Who says beauty is just a vase?
AI Xiaoxiu proves that wrong. On the snack street, a man, a girl, and a dog. What do you want to eat? He looks around. Song Bing decides to let her choose.
He has to be a good host.
Let's have roasted chicken.
I love chicken the most.
AI Xiaoxiu looks at the shop across the street.
Her stomach is growling.
Hello, how many? The waiter asks. 2 people, 3 roasted chickens, please. Song Bing says. Alright, please wait.
10 minutes later.
The waiter brings 3 roasted chickens.
Enjoy your meal.
AI Xiaoxiu starts immediately. Song Bing
Hands one to Wang Kai.
and starts eating too. The chicken is delicious.
Oily but not greasy.
But before Song Bing has a few bites, he feels a pair of longing eyes staring right at him. He looks up. It's AI Xiaoxiu. Not full yet? Song Bing asks, surprised. She nods. Waiter, another one. Alright, 3 minutes later, still not full?
She nods again.
How many more can you eat? AI Xiaoxiu holds up her small white hand. AI Xiaoxiu extended her fair little hand. She spread 5 slender, lily-white fingers. Feeling it wasn't quite right, she pulled one back. Song Bing felt a bit suspicious, but seeing AI Xiaoxiu's innocent expression, Song Bing ordered 4 more chickens. In less than 10 minutes, she was finishing the last one. Looking at her, Song Bing felt a bit strange. Did she come here starving? If he remembered correctly, this was already the 6th chicken she'd eaten. One person eating 6 chickens, she could start a mukbang. These roast chickens are just too good. Just deduct the extra from my wages. After finishing the last one, AI Xiaoxiu finally let out a satisfied burp. Song Bing's mouth twitched slightly, but thinking of how hard she worked,
He felt a bit more balanced.
he didn't mind the cost of a few chickens. Song Bing gave the clinic key to AI Xiaoxiu. Take Wang Kai and go. Don't stay out shopping too long. What about you, bot? Where will you sleep? AI Xiaoxiu asked him, feeling a bit shy. Remember, when you put your luggage away, there's only 1 room and 1 bed upstairs. I'll manage, Song Bing said casually. Alright. AI Xiaoxiu took the key, feeling guilty. She pulled Wang Kai along. Woof. Woof. But Wang Kai seemed very wary of this stranger. It wouldn't move. Wang Kai, be good, or I'll thank you. AI Xiaoxiu gently picked up Wang Kai. The little guy immediately calmed down. Goodbye, bot. AI Xiaoxiu held Wang Kai and headed toward the pet stop. Song Bing opened his phone, checked the security feed, all normal.
Relieved, he drove to the villa he'd bought.
After owning it for so many days, he could finally enjoy it. Song Bing smiled slightly. He picked up some wine and snacks on the way. Lying back on the balcony chair, he admired the beautiful night view of the lake, a house, a car, and savings. This was the life. He could have enjoyed this much sooner. Andu People's First Hospital. Inside a luxury 6 AI pie ward, Lu Xiangfeng lay pale and sullen on the bed. Darling, I have some good news for you. You're going to be so happy. My mom and I already bought a house. It's a villa, too. Look, isn't it beautiful? Wu Yashue held up the loan papers and photos. She leaned in, excited. Damn it, you bitch. Before she could fall into his arms, Lu Xiangfeng slapped her hard. Wu Yashue was set flying. She sat on the floor, stunned. Darling, what's wrong? Wu Yashue cried. What happened to you? The doctor diagnosed me with AIDS. Tell me, what's wrong with me? Lu Xiangfeng glared at the woman with hatred. What he didn't want to say was, besides AIDS, he had impotence, dead sperm, and rabies. 4 of the most terrifying diseases a man could fear, all miraculously happening to him at once. How could he possibly accept this? Of course, he didn't know that. There were a dozen more diseases waiting to manifest. After all, these were all gifts from Song Bing, delivered at the cost of his own merit. Wu Yashue's body trembled. It was like a bolt from the blue. If Lu Xiangfeng had AIDS, what about her? Suddenly, she grabbed onto a thought. She rushed to ask, the medicine. What about the medicine? Song Bing had used that medicine to cure AIDS before. Damn it. Hearing that, Lu Xiangfeng got even angrier. He got up and slapped Wu Yashue again. The group analyzed it. That was just ordinary poison. What kind of miracle medicine is that? I can't believe I actually trusted you, you whore. Wu Yashue felt like the world was collapsing. Her face turned pale, but she refused to believe it. Impossible. I saw Song Bing cure those patients with that medicine. I saw it with my own eyes. Could it be that he? What else is he hiding from me? No. How could that bastard hide this from me? Just then, the medical Tim walked in. Lu Xiangfeng waved them away impatiently. Get out. If you can't find the real prescription, don't bother me with anything else. Don't even dream about it. Lu Xiangfeng's words were like a death sentence. He had instantly sealed Wu Yashue's fate. She was kicked out, humiliated. Her heavily made-up face bore 2 slap marks. She clutched her bag, looking lost and broken. Her dream of marrying into wealth was gone. No, I can't lose all of this. Wu Yashue gritted her teeth, looking vicious. Her red eyes turned full of rage. Damn you, Song Bing. I was your girlfriend, and you dared to trick me? You'll pay for this. Wu Yashue instantly shifted all her hatred onto Song Bing. If Song Bing had given her the real prescription, none of this would have happened today. But soon, she thought of something. Her face changed suddenly. She rushed off to get checked. Early the next morning, Song Bing drove his Panamera to work. Even though life was better now, he still had to work. One needs something to look forward to. That's what makes life meaningful. Like how he looked forward to the stars and moon, waiting for those scumbags to come find him. As soon as he entered, he saw Ai Xiaoshuo's long, white legs. She was wearing slippers much larger than her delicate feet, bending over with her but in the air, sweating as she scrubbed the chairs. She didn't notice Song Bing's arrival. The angle and height were just right. Wang Kai was the first to run out to greet him. Ai Xiaoshuo spotted Song Bing through the gap in her legs. She quickly looked up. Hey, take a break. Do it slowly. No need to work so hard, Song Bing said kindly. It's my job. Ai Xiaoshuo smiled sweetly. Are you not wearing shoes? Song Bing's gaze fell on Ai Xiaoshuo's feet. They were wet and only had those slippers on. Because those slippers were his. Ai Xiaoshuo noticed Song Bing's gaze. She thought he was a neat freak. She tucked her little feet in and quickly took them off. Stepping barefoot on the floor, she apologized. I'm so but I left in a rush and forgot mine. But don't worry, my feet don't smell. I'll wash them right away. No need, just wear those for now, Song Bing said, embarrassed. He transferred 1,000 yuan to Ai Xiaoshuo. Go buy a pair that fits when you have time, and get whatever else you need. Although there was one day left in the trial, Ai Xiaoshuo's hard work over the past 2 days had already met Song Bing's requirements. Thank you, but Ai Xiaoshuo smiled happily. She put on Song Bing's slippers again, and went back to work. Is the vet in? A fat woman walked in from the door. She was leading a pig on a leash. That's right, a pig, and a big one at that. Probably over 200 pounds. Song Bing instantly perked up. He quickly took his white coat off the wall and put it on. Vet, I'm the vet. How can I help? Vet Song, please take a look. My pig, she just gave birth, but she has no milk. The piglets are about to starve to death. I've been to several big clinics, and they couldn't help. I heard you're great at treating pets, so I came to you. The fat woman looked like she found a lifeline. She explained the situation to Song Bing. Song Bing crouched down to track the pig. He quickly identified the cause through the system. Well, is there any hope? The fat woman grew nervous. Several big clinics had already given up on her. If Song Bing couldn't fix it, there was no hope left. Help me lift her onto the table. Oh, Oku. Song Bing and the fat woman worked together, grabbing the 200-pound pig. Ready? 1, 2, 3, heave. Oink. They used all their strength, and finally got the pig onto the table. Xiaoshuo, come help. Oink. Song Bing and Ai Xiaoshuo pushed the pig into the surgery room. But, are we killing the pig? I'm good at that. Where's the knife? Ai Xiaoshuo's face was full of excitement. With Ai Xiaoshuo's help, Song Bing put on gloves and applied some oil. After disinfecting, he started massaging. With his smooth, professional massage technique, the pig squealed in pure comfort. Outside, the fat woman paced back and forth anxiously. Passers-by were confused. Are they killing a pig? It's not even the holidays. Wow, the bot's technique is so skilled. Inside, Ai Xiaoshuo's eyes sparkled. She looked at Song Bing with newfound admiration. Want to learn? I'll teach you, Song Bing laughed. Really? Can I? Ai Xiaoshuo's cute face was full of anticipation. 10 minutes later, the pig's squealing stopped. Song Bing successfully earned 2 points of merit. He was back up to 90. Only 10 more points to complete the first round. Alright, push her out. The two of them pushed the pig out. Song Bing and the fat woman used all their strength to get the pig down. Thank you so much, Vet Song. I didn't expect you to be so young and have such high-level skills. Looking at the pig, which now had milk, the fat woman beamed. She couldn't stop praising Song Bing. It was supposed to be 5,000 yuan, but seeing you're such a kind person, let's just make it 500. If your pets get sick in the future, come find me. My prices are cheap, and I specialize in difficult cases, Song Bing said with a smile. You're a sweet talker, young man. Then I won't be polite. Don't worry, if my pig has any issues, I'll be back. The woman was even happier now. She paid and left, delighted. She didn't think it was expensive at all. At the big clinics, she'd spent thousands and they hadn't fixed it. Compared to that, Song Bing's price was a steal, and he only charged after the cure. Over the next 2 days, more customers brought their pets. Vet Song's reputation for miracles began to spread. Xiaoshuo, you've done a great job. Congratulations on becoming a full-time employee. Song Bing smiled. He bought Ai Xiaoshuo a beautiful nurse's uniform. Thank you, but Ai Xiaoshuo was pleasantly surprised. She put down Wang Kai, took the uniform, and ran upstairs to change. Just then, an old man in a tang suit and a girl in a red princess dress walked in. The old man looked worried, while the girl seemed indifferent, even a bit annoyed. Young man, may I ask, is there a clinic called Ai Shui Clinic nearby? Song Bing paused for a second. He didn't recognize them, but clearly, they had heard of his old reputation. Even though his time at Ai Shui Clinic was short, he had made a small name for himself. It's right across the street. Song Bing smiled and pointed the way, then went back to his work. He had moved on from the past, looking for Dr. Song. Had nothing to do with him now. Li Desheng was visibly stunned. He looked over and saw the place had no sign. Sealed off and empty. Grandpa, I told you that Dr. Song is a fraud. He was convicted on a live-streamed trial. I showed you. You didn't believe me. Li Mengling stepped forward, looking annoyed. But the moment she saw Song Bing, her face changed. She pointed at him and gasped. It's you. The fraud. She had watched that live stream. She even played the justice warrior and attacked Song Bing, donating to his victims. So, the moment she saw him, she recognized him. She despised people who made money off the sick, especially those who faked treatments to scam people. How is that any different from murder? Mengling, don't be rude. Li Desheng shouted. Grandpa, he's the Dr. Song you're looking for. What kind of doctor is he? He's just an immoral scammer. Li Mengling said bluntly. She had no good impression of Song Bing. Seeing this, Song Bing frowned slightly. He looked at this strange woman. He hadn't offended her, had he? On the other hand, Li Desheng, hearing that Song Bing was the doctor, had his eyes light up. He looked like he'd found a lifeline. He stepped forward, excited. Young friend Song, please, save Mengling. I'll pay whatever you want. Li Mengling's face changed, and she said stubbornly, Grandpa, why are you begging someone like him? He's a fraud. He scammed so many innocent people. I'd rather die than let him treat me. Mengling, shut up. Your uncle's genetic disease was cured by Dr. Song. He can definitely cure you too. Li Desheng turned back and scolded her. Grandpa, Li Mengling stomped her foot in anger. Why would her beloved grandfather believe him? She saw it all on the internet. How could that be fake? Furious, she glared at Song Bing again, full of malice. That arrogant look in her eyes seemed to say, if you dare to accept, you big fraud, I'll beat you to death. Song Bing shook his head with a bitter smile. He looked at Li Desheng and said, Sir, I think you've misunderstood. I'm not any Dr. Song. I'm just a vet trying to make a living. I don't treat humans. But if you have any pets that need treatment, I'd be happy to help. No, young friend, listen to me. I'm from the Li Chang Tobacco Group. This girl is spoiled, and it's my fault for raising her that way. If she offended you, please don't take it to heart. Li Desheng revealed his identity, but maintained a humble attitude. This connection connection made Songbing's expression change. Every citizen in Andu knew that Li Cheng Tobacco was the largest in the country. They controlled almost all the tobacco interests. They held over 30% of the global market, and the profit from tobacco, globally, was almost always ranked number 1. Seeing Songbing silent, Li Cheng continued, "Young friend Song, Li Zhongquan is my son. His illness was cured by you. To be honest, our Li family has genetic disease. The recurrence rate is low. But unfortunately, after Zhongquan, mangling was diagnosed recently. So I'm asking you to help. You saved Zhongquan for 100 yuan. And now, if you cure mangling, I'm willing to pay 1 million in coins as a reward." Li Desheng sounded very sincere. Lion old fox who'd been in business for years. Every word was calculated. Songbing smiled. If it were before, he would have treated her even for fry. It's just a touch, right? But unfortunately, he was banned from medical practice. How could he treat her? That would be a death sentence. So he declined politely. "Sir, I understand your feelings as a grandfather. If it were me, I'd be just as worried. But I'm truly so I really am just a vet now, and I've been issued a medical ban. I'm forbidden from practicing medicine in this country for life. If I violate it, I'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. I really can't risk my life like that." Li Desheng's eyes flickered. He looked at Songbing deeply. He understood the subtext perfectly. But for his granddaughter, he had no other choice. He took a deep breath. "Serious," he said, "young friend, as long as you help, I'll stake the reputation of the entire Li Cheng Tobacco Group. No one will dare touch you. And I'll add another million. There are plenty of hospitals in this country. I hope you'll look elsewhere." Songbing remained polite but firm. When he was in trouble, only SIS stood up for him. As for the others, forget it. It's understandable to be afraid of the Pharmaceutical Group, but Li Zhongquan, from the Li Cheng Tobacco Group, chose to look the other way. Don't tell me there wasn't something shady behind that. Of course, Songbing had no right to judge. Everyone makes their own choices. He wouldn't use moral blackmail. But now, no one could blackmail him either. He could only say that this was the result of their own choices. "Vet Song, please take a look at my dog." "Sure, right away." Just then, someone else brought a pet in. Songbing immediately went to work, diagnosing it carefully. Grandpa, did you see that? This bastard is so enthusiastic about a dog. He's clearly mocking you." Li Mangling stomped her foot. Born with a silver spoon in her mouth, she only knew how to vent her temper. Of course, once she realized how terrifying Li Family's was, she probably wouldn't be so arrogant. Li Desheng's expression shifted. In fact, when Songbing was in trouble, Li Zhongquan had asked if he should help, but offending the Lu family for Songbing didn't seem worth it to him, so he refused without a second thought. He didn't expect that, like karma, Li Mangling would suddenly be diagnosed. He had asked Li Zhongquan to invite Songbing, but the father and son had a huge fight. "I won't lose face like that," he'd said. Li Zhongquan left firmly. Li Desheng had no choice but to bring Li Mangling himself. He thought that as the power behind Li Cheng Tobacco, his personal visit would be enough to make Songbing comply. He didn't expect Songbing to be so resolute. "Young friend, in this society, it's better to have friends than enemies. You're still young, don't be arrogant, and ruin your bright future. This is my business card. If you change your mind, you can contact me." Li Desheng was no longer polite, but slightly threatening. He left the card on the table and walked away. "You fraud. Just stick to being a vet. If you dare to treat me, I won't let you off. Don't think my bot is easy to bully. If you have a problem, come at me." The arrogant Li Mangling threatened him, but before she could finish, now in nurse uniform, rushed down. Her figure was stunning, instantly overshadowing the arrogant Li princess. Li Mangling's face changed. She snorted and left in a huff, her disdain for Songbing deepening. After seeing the customers off, Songbing picked up the card, tore it in half, and threw it in the trash. He looked at Ai Xiaoshu, who had stood up for him. His face froze. "Bot, you have great taste. This uniform is beautiful, though a bit short, but it's really CU for the summer." Ai Xiaoshu spun around gracefully. The short nurse's uniform swayed. Everything was on display. Her figure was perfectly accentuated by the uniform, combined with her delicate, pretty face. It was enough to make any man's blood boil. Who wouldn't be distracted? Songbing remembered he bought it at a regular store. The clerk had asked if he wanted the summer or winter version, and he chose the summer one. He even emphasized that it should be standard. The clerk had given him a knowing look. "Are nurses this bold these days? But, don't look at me like that. You're making me shy." Seeing Songbing stunned, Ai Xiaoshu pulled at her collar, bit her lip, and blushed. Songbing cleared his throat to hide his embarrassment. "What do you want for lunch?" "I want more roast chicken." Ai Xiaoshu instantly stopped being shy. She raised her hands, excited. Chicken seemed to have a fatal attraction for her. Their growing closeness let Ai Xiaoshu show her true appetite. She ate 8 whole roast chickens. Even so, Songbing felt she was still holding back. This probably wasn't her full strength. A petite girl with long legs, eating 8 chickens in one sitting, would you believe it? Where does all that nutrition go? Sometimes Songbing wanted to track if she had some strange medical condition. After the chicken feast, Ai Xiaoshu drove Songbing's Panamera to deliver pets to customers and pick up new ones for treatment. They specialized in home service. As evening fell, Ai Xiaoshu hadn't returned. Songbing, in his white coat, leaned back on the sofa, sipping tea and scrolling through TikTok. Just then, a figure in a short white skirt walked in. She wore high heels, heavy makeup, and white stockings. Paired with white stockings, she was dressed quite gaudily. "Why are you back so late?" "I thought it was Ai Xiaoshu." Songbing looked up instinctively. The smile on his face vanished instantly. It turned cold and grim instead, because the person arriving wasn't Ai Xiaoshu. It was the one he'd been obsessed with day and night. So, Wu Yashue finally showed up? She'd been waiting for this day until the flowers withered. "Songbing, she doesn't want me anymore." Wu Yashue spotted Songbing on the sofa. Her eyes instantly welled up with tears. She lunged at him, sobbing and acting aggrieved, trying to throw herself into his arms for comfort. Her strategy was to win him over with lop. This was her first time initiating such an embrace. She was confident this hug would wash away his resentment and cover up her little mistakes. Too bad, the moment she lunged at him, Songbing dodged like a matador. Wu Yashue missed and fell like a stray dog. She landed softly on the floor, looking up at Songbing with a pitiful expression. Her seductive eyes were full of confusion and SOC. Faced with her throwing herself at him, how could he possibly refuse? Before, she only needed to hold his hand, and he'd be blushing and het pie all day. Songbing looked at this woman, recalling how she and Lu Xiangfeng disgusted him. He felt nothing but revulsion. "He doesn't want you, so you come to me? Think I'm a trash can?" I don't collect trash," Songbing sneered. "Songbing, I was wrong. Can we start over? After all this time, I realized you were the best to me. I love you. I can't lie without you. I swear I'll cherish you properly this time." Wu Yashue looked so pitiful. Her emotional performance was incredibly convincing. This was how she'd spent 3 years, twisting Songbing around her finger. Lop. It makes me want to puke. You just lost my money and my prescriptions, right? Seeing I have value again. You want to squeeze me dry. Then dump me, lie trash, just lie before. And jump into another man's arms? Wu Yashue, I just realized your skin is thicker than your foundation. You actually have the nerve to come to me. Do you even realize how disgusting your behavior was? Songbing sneered, feeling sick to his stomach. He felt like he was going to throw up his dinner. How can such a shameless woman exist? She actually thinks that after betraying someone and getting dumped, she becomes the victim just by crying. Does she think men will always forgive betrayal? Is there really such a pure man in this world? She'd only ever seen one in TV dramas. Wu Yashue's crying faltered. A flash of panic crossed her tear-filled eyes. She clearly hadn't expected Songbing to see through her so easily and so clearly. This was nothing like the simp who used to obey her. He was completely different now. But honestly, what really made her drop her pride and desperately seek reconciliation wasn't just that. It was because she discovered her eye condition had flared up again. She was facing the risk of going blind. What was worse, besides the eye condition, she had indeed contracted AIDS. The moment the results came out, she felt like the sky was collapsing. The only person she could think of was the simp she dumped lie trash. So she desperately called and messaged Songbing, wanting him to treat her. Too bad Songbing had already blocked her. She searched everywhere and finally found him here. Only Songbing could save her now. So no matter what, she had to trick Songbing into curing her. Thinking of this, Wu Yashue gritted her teeth, deliberately pulled down her strap, revealed her fair skin, and tried to lunge at him again, crying, "Woo, Songbing, I know you still have feelings for me. I know you can't forget me. You said I'd be your white moonlight forever. That you'd treat me well forever. Woof, woof." At the critical moment, Wang Kai rushed out, blocking the delusional Wu Yashue. Songbing just sneered. The green tea's accusations in court, her throwing herself at Lu Xiangfeng right in front of him, and now she calls herself his white moonlight? This woman's shamelessness was beyond belief. Songbing, are you really going to be this heartless? Blocked by Wang Kai, Wu Yashue cried even harder, as if Songbing were the one who abandoned her. Seeing this, Songbing laughed. Look at her, acting like the victim. Slap. Get lost. Songbing slapped her twice, answering her with action. Wu Yashue was sent flying, her head spinning. She clutched her face, staring at him in disbelief. Songbing actually hit her? But, I'm back. Just then, a sweet, soft girl's voice rang out. "Ai Xiaoxiu, finished with work," twirled her keys, and skipped inside. She saw the scene immediately. Wu Yashue turned to look at the girl who appeared. Her expression shifted. Her planned outburst came to a sudden halt, because Ai Xiaoxiu, in terms of looks and figure, completely crushed her. Her pride was shattered instantly. Since when did Songbing find such a beautiful woman? "Xiaoxiu, if the stray dog doesn't leave, use the stick." Seeing Ai Xiaoxiu return, Songbing said coldly. He tossed her a dog-beating stick. He didn't bother to touch her himself. It would only dirty his hands. Let the disease and time handle the rest. But Ai Xiaoxiu's eyes twinkled. She understood instantly, hands on her hips, standing firmly in front of Songbing, looking down at Wu Yashue. "Sorry, miss. We're closing up. If you're sick, go to a hospital. This is a vet clinic. Please leave." Woof, woof. Wang Kai joined in. Woof, woof. Meow, meow. The rescued pets all started barking at Wu Yashue. Wu Yashue turned pale, backing away, but still looked at Songbing with grievance. "Songbing, is it because of this woman that you dumped me? How could you?" "Wang Kai, get the bitch. I'll give you a chicken leg tonight." Woof. Songbing couldn't take it anymore. With one command, Wang Kai charged like a brave warrior. "Ah. Songbing, how dare you do this to me? You'll die a horrible death. You'll regret this." Wu Yashue completely broke down. She screamed in a hideous rage, but was soon chased away by Wang Kai. She even lost her high heels, looking as pathetic as a madwoman. She had dressed up so gaudily, thinking she could easily win Songbing over and make him hand everything over. She never expected to be insulted, slapped, and chased away by a dog. How could she accept this? Of course, what she couldn't accept more was Songbing's drastically changed life. Luxury cars, mansions, and a younger, prettier girl. In contrast, after she dumped Songbing, she was played with and dumped by Lu Xiangfeng. She had huge debts, her eye condition returned, and she had a terminal illness. The contrast was more painful than death. Anger, regret, hatred, and despair filled her heart. "Woo, damn you, Songbing. How could you treat me like this? If you were this rich, why didn't you say so? If you'd said so earlier, I never would have broken up with you. It's all your fault. You deceived me and made me suffer everything. Woo." Amidst the complex emotions, Wu Yashue cried again, blaming all her faults on Songbing. She was a girl. She just wanted a better life. What did she do wrong? Andu General Hospital. Who is Wang Ming? A nurse walked into a ward with a stack of files, asking coldly, "Me, I'm in the left bed." Wang Ming raised his hand with difficulty. "Your condition has worsened. You need surgery immediately. Go pay the fees. Don't delay." The nurse said coldly, "Already used to this. But I was being treated well. How did it get worse? And I just paid 200,000 the day before yesterday. It's all gone already?" Wang Ming was terrified, his face turning even paler. "You have terminal uremia. How could it be cured so fast? You still owe 300,000 for the surgery. Go get the money quickly." The nurse left a cold sentence, turning to leave. "Treat it or don't. There are plenty of patients anyway. My money is all gone. Can't you treat me first?" Wang Ming begged, but received no response. Wang Ming felt like he'd been drained of all his strength, collapsing on the bed. He still didn't want to accept this result. "I thought you were already cured." "Honey, why don't we go find Dr. Song?" His girlfriend, who was caring for him, suggested. Wang Ming's eyes lit up, but then dimmed again. He said uncertainly, "I testified against him in court and took the settlement. Will he still treat me? It's a matter of life and death. Would he dare not to? Besides, you weren't the only one who testified, and he was practicing without a license first. He was in the wrong too. At worst, we'll buy some fruit and give him an extra 100 bucks. I don't believe he'll turn down money." His girlfriend said confidently, "But he's been banned from practicing." Wang Ming blushed, recalling the scene of him testifying against Songbing. He felt ashamed. "I don't care. The money you got is all gone anyway. If we stay in this blood-sucking place, we won't be able to lie." His girlfriend just gave him a cold look. "What do you mean all gone? We only paid 200,000 for the hospital. I got 400,000 in the settlement. How could it be gone?" Wang Ming looked at his girlfriend in disbelief. It was with that windfall that he'd successfully won her heart back. "Boot costs money. Necklaces cost money. Bags cost money. I don't care. If you don't get better, we're breaking up." His girlfriend finished angrily and walked out with her bag. "Ting ting, I was wrong. Don't leave me." Wang Ming panicked and apologized, but only the sound of a man's hand at the door answered. "I mean first hospital. Ouch, ouch, ouch." Ju Dongyang lay on the hospital bed, living a life worse than death. She framed Songbing because she performed well.
She got the most money.
A full 500,000. She took the money home happily, planning to buy a house for her grandson. But before she could show it off for long, she fainted from excitement, sent to the hospital for a checkup. Her cured illness had returned. Grandma, the doctor said, after so many days of treatment, your condition has worsened. You need surgery, and the money we paid is all gone.
A burly man sat by the bed,
looking worried. He was Du Danyang's grandson, Du Dahue. What kind of murderous hospital is this? How did it get worse after spending so much money? Du Danyang couldn't even groan anymore. She just started cursing. The doctor said it's a terminal illness, hard to cure. We have to take it slow. Du Dahue said sadly. Du Danyang got even more anxious, immediately thinking of Songbing, cursing. It must be that damn Songbing. He didn't cure me properly, leaving this damn root of the disease. He made my 500,000 disappear. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be in this state. Thinking of this, Du Danyang seemed to find the root cause. She climbed up and said aggressively, Dahue, let's go. We're going to find that damn Songbing. If he doesn't cure me properly,
I'll rip his head off.
The two were just about to leave when a group of doctors walked in. Leading them was Du Danyang's attending physician, a kind-looking Mediterranean doctor. Du Danyang, going for a walk? The doctor asked with a kind smile. Ah, det. Du Danyang's eyes darted around, nodding, naturally wanting to skip the bill. Who knew what the doctor said next would instantly make the shrewd old lady lose it. I have good news for you, Du Danyang. I've booked the top brain specialist in the country. It only costs 990,000, and there's a 40% chance of removing the tumor. Look, doctor, be hep pie. Before he could finish, Du Danyang broke down and cursed. What? 990,000? Why don't you just rob us? No. The doctor seemed used to this kind of scene, explaining kindly, ma'am, don't be angry. This 990,000 is actually very cheap. We've already covered most of it. Get out. But the furious Du Danyang clearly wasn't listening, using her get out ultimate move, and broke through the crowd with her grandson. The doctors were all stunned, unable to stop them. The same tragedy was playing out for the 18 people who reported Songbing. A few days after returning, they all got sick. Not only did they spend all their settlement money, they all ended up back in bed, staying in regular hospitals, resuming their hep pie lives.
Paralyzed, vomiting blood,
suffering in pain. It proved the saying, heaven's cycle is fair, no one escapes. Of course, after spending all their savings and suffering countless pains, they all thought of the same person, the young man who used to cure their terminal illnesses
for just $100.
Songbing's vet clinic. Dr. Song, you're amazing. You even cured my dog's congenital paralysis. People told me about you, but I didn't believe it.
It's what I do.
If your pets have any difficult illnesses, come find me. Definitely. Your medical skills are so good, and your fees are fair. Unlike those black-hearted hospitals, who else would I find but you? Songbing, politely seeing the customer off. His mood was light, because the merit he'd accumulated was back to 99. He was only 1 point away from his first round of merit. That was something to be hep pie about.
So that noon,
Songbing took AI Xiaoxiu out for a celebration. AI Xiaoxiu was so satisfied. After a full meal, they returned to the clinic. A male customer was already waiting with a cage. Inside the cage was an orange cat. Dr. Song, a friend asked me to bring this. It's blind. Can you take a look? Can I pick it up tonight? The man seemed to know Songbing, lifting the cat and smiling. Of course, Songbing smiled and nodded. Give it to me. AI Xiaoxiu took the cage from the man. Songbing put on his white coat and headed to the surgery room. The orange cat was already on the table. Congratulations, you'll be my 100th merit point. Songbing smiled softly, placing his hand gently on the cat's eyes. If you looked closely, a strange, faint light flowed out. Ding. Successfully absorbed eye disease. Merit +1. Congratulations, host. You've accumulated 100 merit points. First round of merit completed. The next second, 100 points of light flowed from his hand, merging into Songbing's body. An electric current flowing through him. A strange transformation took place. Songbing shivered. Everything around him suddenly became clear and quiet. He could clearly see a mosquito flying slowly past. It was time had slowed down. Just as Songbing was shocked, the system voice rang out again. Ding. Songbing system upgraded to 2.0 version. Congratulations, host. Your pathogen, physique, speed, strength, reaction, thinking, and self-healing have all been improved 10 times beyond normal humans. Exclusive skill awakened. Ghost hand of picking flowers. You have permanent access to the 100 diseases absorbed. Songbing came to his senses. An instinct activated in his DNI. He reached out 2 fingers. A fast after image flashed by. The next second, the mosquito was easily caught by Songbing. He didn't even see himself move. Even Songbing was stunned by his own speed. Even a 10-year veteran driver wouldn't have the speed. Songbing was confident. With this speed, if he wanted to take something from someone or touch them,
it would be easy.
Wasn't this tailor-made for him? Picking flowers? For Songbing, it would be a breeze. Songbing looked at his ghost hand, liking this skill very much. Of course, as a gentleman, he would definitely use it for the right reasons. Also, what the hell is permanent access to diseases? Songbing soon thought of the last point. Permanent access to diseases. Host has truly mastered those 100 diseases. In the future, you can infinitely split sub-diseases to give to others. Diseases with genetic isolation cannot cross species.
Songbing was delighted.
Does that mean I don't have to spend merit? If that were true, he could become the light of the city. Merit is still deducted. The second round of merit requires 1,000 points. Reminder, this system is dedicated to doing good deeds. Current merit points are at 0. Falling below 100 points will damage your physique. Host, please take note. Songbing sighed, having to put his thoughts aside for now. Bot, someone is looking for you. Just then, AI Xiaoxiu's voice came from outside. Coming, thinking it was a customer, Songbing walked out with the cured orange cat. At that moment, a young man wearing a mask and a hat pulled down low, looking like he didn't want to be seen, was sitting uneasily on the sofa. Seeing Songbing come out, the young man's eyes darted around as he stood up. He quickly pulled his hat down even lower, terrified that Songbing would recognize him.
He walked up and stuttered.
Song, Dr. Song, hello. Songbing's eyes narrowed, sneering internally. Did he think a mask would make him unrecognizable? Those ugly faces from the court were etched in his mind. He recognized them anywhere. Xiaoxiu, go clean up this orange cat. The customer will be here to pick it up soon. Bot AI Xiaoxiu took the cage and went to work. Songbing sat on the sofa, crossed his legs, and made himself a cup of tea. Looking lazily at Wang Ming, pretending not to know him, he asked, I don't know what the masked hero wants with me. I want to ask Dr. Song to look at my illness. Still. Wang Ming kept his head down, his voice weak. Look at your illness? Song Bing pretended to be surprised, sneering. The masked hero must be mistaken. This is a vet clinic. I'm just a vet. I only treat animals, not people. If you want to see a doctor, go to a regular hospital. Wang Ming gritted his teeth, his face burning. But facing death, he hardened his heart and pretended. But I heard from others that Dr. Song can treat people too. $100 can cure all kinds of terminal illnesses. If you cure me, I'm willing to give you 200. No, 300 bucks. Wang Ming thought 200 was still too little, so he quickly raised another finger. Wow, 300 bucks? That's so much. I guess I couldn't send that in a few lifetimes. Song Bing laughed. Why did he only charge 100 back then? Was it because curing those illnesses was only worth 100? Obviously not. But these people took his kindness for granted as cheap, and even ended up suing him. So I'm not interested.
You're out of luck.
500 is okay too. Thinking Song Bing thought it was too little. Wang Ming raised 5 fingers. Dr. Song, thank you so much. Here's 1,000 bucks for the consultation fee. Don't think it's too little. Just then, the previous man came to pick up the cat, enthusiastically handing over 1,000 in cash before leaving. The scene went strangely quiet. Wang Ming's 5 fingers froze in midair, feeling like he'd been slapped in the face. Someone pays 1,000 just to cure a cat, and he, with terminal uremia, thought he could get away with paying 500. Of course, that was just the illusion Song Bing created by charging 100. Song Bing took a playful sip of tea. He said nothing, just watching the miracle doctor quietly. Please, have mercy and save me. I have uremia and don't have much time left. I know you're a kind man. You wouldn't just watch me die. A moment of dead silence. Wang Ming begged again, biting the bullet. He even shed pathetic tears. He couldn't care about his pride anymore. You spent all your money, then ran off. Now you're dying, and you want me to save you? So you can sue me again? Make me pay damages and beg for your forgiveness? Is that how it works? Seeing the man's shamelessness, Song Bing stopped pretending and laid it all out. Wang Ming trembled, his face turning pale. Clearly, he didn't expect Song Bing to see through him. He thought his disguise was perfect. Thump. A moment of silence. Wang Ming ripped off his mask and hat. He knelt down on the floor. Dropping his pride, he pleaded, Dr. Song, I was wrong. I'm a piece of trash. Please, be the bigger man and forgive me. Please, save me again. I swear, I will never report you again. Song Bing watched him, his eyes cold as ever. This pathetic, grateful act. It was just lie the first time he came for help. But if he softened his heart now, he'd truly be asking for trouble. Sigh, honestly, I'd love to help you, but I've been banned from practicing medicine. Look, the ban notice is hanging right there. It's a constant reminder for me. If I treat you, it's a capital offense. Song Bing feigned helplessness. He pointed to the ban notice on the wall. From the day he opened the shop, he had it hanging there, all for this very moment. Wang Ming saw the ban notice. His face burned with shame, because he was the one who helped cause it. Song Bing continued with a mocking smile. I don't think your condition is that bad. Just get dialysis a few times a week. It only costs 500 or 600 a pop. You can easily lie another 5 or 6 years. Boom. Song Bing's comfort hit like a thunderbolt. Wang Ming's body shook uncontrollably. Never mind the cost of dialysis. Where would he get that kind of money? No. Wang Ming shook his head in despair. He tried to crawl towards Song Bing to beg, but Song Bing held up his phone. He had already dialed the police. Touch me, and I'm